Just incredible. 43 millimeters so far, and no standing water on the no-till. Shelf cloud coming from west of the Red River. It's amazing.
It's a 4. We have a VTP, violent tornado parameter of 4, and this storm has the entire bullseye to work with. No wonder this thing is just rotating like crazy. This is a classic rotation signature. We've got a strong couplet right in the middle of it. They've extended the tornado warning to the west. Rose Nord is fine. Morris is fine.
Wow. That was some intense stuff last night. We are very lucky, I think, here. We got 80 millimeters in total, but no funnel clouds, no tornadoes, and the shelf cloud that you just saw in the previous clip, that hit Stonewall, and we woke up this morning and Stonewall had over 200 millimeters, 20 centimeters of rain. We got some small hail, but not really a lot of damage. The lettuce is very small, so it'll recover, and I have no standing water in the no-till field. So we'll be seeing a lot of standing water around conventional monocrop fields. So we're lucky. We're both lucky, and we can also see how our system is a little bit resilient to extreme weather events like we had yesterday. We lost a barn swallow nest. Unfortunately, it fell down. I'm gonna see if I can do something to help them. Hopefully they can lay another round of eggs. Other than that, we were able to harvest 3,000 liters of rainwater, and the creeks are full. The boreal chorus frogs have decided to go for another round, which is pretty neat. So they were triggered by the storm as well. And other than that, I'm going to hand you off to me from yesterday or 2 days ago when I cut the video that I intended to put out. To younger me. So this is probably my favorite time of the season. This is when daylight hours are very long, so everything on the farm just explodes. And not just the plants and the vegetables, but all of the life that calls the farm home as well. So as an ecologist, this is a great time for me to be observing, and I could spend all day outside, to be honest, observing all of the birds in the nest boxes and the insects that are coming back, and the pollinators, and the tree frogs are singing at night, and if it's warm, the fireflies are out as well. So it's a little bit hard to film the fireflies, but I'm working on it. So the best part of the day is the morning, just coming out here with a coffee and my camera and seeing what I can find on a 15 or 20 minute garden check. So I think it's important that we as farmers really take into account all that's going on and observing the incredible amount of living things that surround us, and also to design our farms to surround ourselves with as much of that as we can. So it doesn't just make everything more enjoyable, but healthy ecosystems are simply more productive. We have a lot of birds nesting right now. So in the nest boxes, we have 2 pairs of tree swallows, and the nest boxes are specifically for tree swallows, but that does not mean that that is who moves in. So we have a house wren in one of the boxes closer to the tree line, who's she's pretty entertaining to watch. And we have a mystery bird who does not want to come out, and I have not been able to identify her, until literally this morning on my walk, I finally saw her, and she is a eastern bluebird, which I did not know could fit into the tree swallow boxes, but I guess they can. In the Quonset, there's a pair of barn swallows swooping around and a robin. So I'll be able to film all of these birds a lot in the coming weeks as their eggs hatch and the parents start feeding them. And in the orchard, there's a sparrow who's made a nest on the ground, and there was a duck nest. But sad to say, a predator found it and the nest had been abandoned. I did see a female hooded merganser checking out my duck box, but so far still nothing. We're starting to see a lot of bumblebees. There's two main types of bumblebee. There's the tricolored bumblebee and the confusing bumblebee, Bombus perplexus. The tricolor has a orange part on their abdomen, and they live in the tree line. We have a row of raspberries where no vegetables are going to grow, so this is super great. We get some raspberries, and the bumblebees get access to a close food source as they're inefficient flyers, and they need that proximity to stay healthy. It's really easy to provide for a diversity of pollinators, with plenty of resources for all to go around, and incorporate that into your garden design. The honeybees were split a few days ago, so they've already brought in a box and a half, or maybe even 2 boxes by now, of spring honey from, you know, dandelions, plums, apples, saskatoons, anything blooming in the tree lines of the forest. If you look closely on the video right here, you can actually see a young queen larva in the queen cell surrounded by royal jelly as the workers attend to her. So a few days after I got that footage, we took those queen cells and we put them into different boxes, and now we have 2 hives. There's a big low pressure system coming through right now. It's going to hit us maybe Tuesday, Wednesday. It looks like it's going to come for a few days and give us quite a bit of rain, so we've been pushing really hard to finish up all our spring, early summer planting, transplanting, and we got it done as of today. So the team did amazing work getting all that transplanting done so that we can take advantage of this system. The potatoes are up, which is good news. So is the rain, so the potatoes love all that water. But with this summer life explosion comes the weeds as well. So we have to get on those before they get out of control, especially with rain coming. In general, everything's looking super great. I'm really happy with how the season's going so far. It's carrots, beets, broccoli, green onions. It doesn't matter what the crop is. The spinach we have under shade cloth, the lettuce looks great. It doesn't matter what the crop is. It's all looking really, really nice right now. And to my own amazement, the peas actually, if I was to pick a highlight, I'd say the peas, which are in a row cropping system in the field, but we planted the peas on our cover crop from last year, and the results so far are just amazing. It's basically weed free, which is shocking to me. The quality of the soil from that cover crop is just soft. It's holding a lot of water, and we didn't have to touch it. So we just got the soil test back yesterday actually, and was really happy to see that you can actually see the improvement from what we're doing. So if you want to learn more about what we're doing with the cover crops, I'm going to put links to my blog down in the description. I've written about it in the past, and I'm sure I'll be filming more and talking about it more this season as we build on what we learned last season. But we won't be planting the cover crops till probably about August. I'll bring you into the hoop house for a quick moment because it's becoming an absolute jungle. The tomatoes and cucumbers are currently growing at least a few centimeters every day. We've set cucumbers to start fruiting. When this low pressure system comes in, we'll be in here trying to make this a little bit more manageable. I'm really happy with the progress here. If you want to see what this hoop house looked like in April, check our other video on that. If there's anything you'd like to see at the farm, please drop a comment down below about your video suggestion. Like and subscribe to help the channel. Other than that, I just have the photo of the week, which is a honeybee that I got a macro photograph of a few weeks ago when it was pretty cold still. I had a couple hives that did not make it through the winter, but they still had all their honey stored. So I uncapped it and I was feeding that stored honey to my current hive, and the bees just loved it. So I was able to get up really close with my camera and snap some really nice photos and get some crazy effects that I can't explain of the kind of crystallized light. But I just love all the details that you can see on the honeybee as she's feeding and bringing that delicious honey back to the hive. That's all for this week. See you on the next one. Happy rain.